All right, conditional probability. Let's read about conditional probability and learn a couple of things about it. Okay, so this talks about probability of like something happening. This is, talks about the Challenger space shuttle. Watching the video, we won't watch the video, but disaster struck pretty early on with the Challenger. Takes off, blasts off into outer space, and then shortly after, as you can see, it explodes. And that was a really big tragedy a long time ago. 40 seconds into the liftoff, things started to go wrong. So it didn't take long for it to happen. So I was thinking, like, what is the probability of something like this happening? Well, pretty rare because the other space shuttles that have like launched into space haven't had something like that happen. This was pretty extreme. I mean, there are risks involved, but typically probability of something going wrong like this is very low. Okay, real life probability, you could say, what is the probability of, I don't know, when you're driving a car, crashing into a deer or something like that? Probability is pretty high for that one because there's a lot of deer in Michigan. But just like using real life analogies for this. So this again talks about the Challenger disaster. It just goes over some things that have happened. Here's some flights, here's some failures. Go to the next page. Okay, we'll go to the next part. Have you answer the questions on your own? Probabilities with and without. So we have different probabilities here, and let's see. This gives you some more examples with and without replacement, gives you some more examples. Probability of choosing like a red ball would be much higher because there's several red balls here. Probability of choosing like a white ball would be one, and however many balls there are, because there's only one, it's not a very good chance you would pick the white ball versus the red. Well, have you answered the questions on your own? Independent events, meaning that they occur independently by themselves. They don't depend or need one another to exist in order to happen. Okay, just a couple equations, couple reminders for probability, and it just shows the Challenger disaster. What kind of just talks about that. A lot of this is dealing with the Challenger disaster, and I recommend if you haven't ever heard of it or read about it or seen it, I would definitely look it up and do a little bit of reading about it or watch the video, and it's pretty interesting and a pretty tragic event that happened with it. So I'd recommend if you've never seen it before, I would definitely take a look at that. But hopefully that just clears it up for a little bit for you.